The pressure of merging your purpose and your passion for profit. How do we merge the two together? I'm always talking about monetizing your message more powerfully, but what is the actual business model to do that? I got that question. Kira, how do I go about choosing the right business model? How do I take my subject matter expertise and turn it into an empire? So if you are a woman with an amazing level of expertise, knowledge, intellect, experience that you are wanting to package into your own business model and brand, and you want to be able to sell that to clients and community members and create powerful impact in the world, this is going to be an amazing video for you, because I am tired of seeing women give their expertise away for pennies. So yes, usually I'm talking about monetizing your message, but how do we actually monetize a message without the business model that allows us to make money? So let's go ahead and talk about how to strategically build out your business model and really give you a blueprint that's going to help you turn your passion, your purpose into profit in a powerful way. Now, this is an area that I truly geek out with my clients on, because for me, it's like a puzzle. I literally get to dive into your strengths and your areas of expertise, how you best serve your clients, how you want to work with them, all those things, and combine them with the work that you do, your framework, your method. And together we are able to craft your unique business model and your signature offers in a way that feels really powerful and purposeful at the same time. And so I geek out on this. Like I said, it's like a little puzzle for me. So if this is something that you stress out about, one, tell me in the comments. I would really love to know how you feel right now about your current business model, and what's the number one question that you have about business models, because if I don't answer it all the way here, then I'll make sure that I do another video just for you. This video, I'm going to share with you some of the things that I want you to keep in mind when you're thinking about your business model, when you're building your business model blueprint, your monetization plan, all those things. And these are things that have helped myself build a multiple six-figure coaching practice, and also a lot of my clients who are coaches, consultants, speakers, trainers, thought leaders, content creators, women who are taking their intellect, their knowledge, and packaging it into different services and programs, products, etc., that allow them to show up in a powerful but still purposeful way in their business and their brands and their communities, while still making the profit that they need to create the lifestyle that they truly desire and deserve. So first and foremost, what is a business model? Let's stop overcomplicating this. Your business model is how you make money in your business. That's it, okay? I oftentimes call it a monetization map. It is literally a map within your brand, within your business, of how you make money, okay? So it's a combination of the services, the programs, the digital products, and other assets that you offer in your business. These are your offerings, right, to your clients, to your community members, and they are ways for them to come into working with you, get access to your knowledge, your skills, your expertise, learn from you, grow with you, all the things, okay? So it really is an outline of your offerings, all right? And it's how you generate revenue in your business model. It outlines what you sell in your business. So it really can guide a lot of your marketing, your messaging, your sales efforts, your visibility efforts. All of those things are guided, right, by your business model, because, I'm always talking about the fact that your messaging and your content, you want it to lead back to your offers. This is where your offers come into play. It's us breaking down what you offer in your business model. Your business model, it can look different from person to person, and also it can look different from season to season. Your business model in year 1 might be a little different than your business model at year 3 versus year 5 versus year 10. And I have clients who've been in business for 20 plus years. So their business model from year 1 to year 20 was completely different. So in short, it's a combination of your offerings in your business that allows your clients and your community members to get access to you and or your information and your knowledge, so that they can then use that to help them in whatever it is that you help them do. Really, I want you to think about it in regards to, how do I want to deliver my knowledge, my skills, my expertise, the things that I'm incredible at, my genius, right? How do I want to deliver that, right? You're going to package that into these services, programs, digital products, offerings. Just to know, I did do a video where I broke down actually the top 3 categories that my clients have within their business model. So literally, these are the top 3 ways that my clients and I monetize our expertise and monetize our message. So once you watch this video, video, that's going to be an amazing video for you to go back and check out. Now, in this video, I am going to be diving into a couple of mistakes that I see women make within their business models, but also I want to give you a couple of things I want you to keep in mind as you map out your business model blueprint, your monetization map, so that they don't cost you. Because I see it costing a lot of women not only money, but also time and their energy and just other resources, right? And you never truly are able to really step into the true purpose work that you're meant to do, if you have this business model that doesn't feel right for you, that doesn't feel sustainable for you, you end up wanting to burn it down, all the things. Well, who are you helping if you do not actually love your offers and actually want to show up and want to sell them and get people in them? Okay, so you show up more powerfully for what you believe in and for what you're really excited about. If you have offers that you're not excited about, what are we doing? You just replaced your job for another job. And I don't know about you, but I wasn't in this space of wanting to create a business that necessarily felt like a job. I wanted it to be a extension of me, right? I wanted it to feel amazing, feel fulfilling for me. And yes, there are going to be days where just as an entrepreneur, just because life be lifing, okay, that things may feel a little hard in the moment, okay? But I didn't want it to be a normalcy. I didn't want hard and difficult and stress and all those things to be normal for me in my business. Like every single day I wake up and I go into my office and I'm working with clients and all the things I dreaded. That's not what I wanted, okay? Because if that's the case, then you could just go work with someone else and feel that way, all right? But when I am in this space of doing work that truly feels powerfully aligned to me and fulfilling to me, then I want to make sure that I have a business model that allows me as much as possible to be in my highest level of service and my highest level of good, not only for my clients, okay, not only for my team, not only for making money, but also for my own energy, my own sanity, because that's then going to transfer into how I show up in my relationships, how I show up in my personal life, how I show up in my home, and all the other things. So let's go into these business model mistakes that I see so they do not cost you a ton of money and you stop leaving money on the table too, sis. Here is the number one packaging mistake that I've seen from women all over the world, okay, who are packaging their expertise and their credibility and their knowledge and intellect into, their business model. As the impact and the access to you increases, the price usually increases too. But what I often see so many women do is when they first start out packaging their credibility, their expertise, their knowledge, all of the things, they are throwing everything but the kitchen sink into the offer. Okay, so what happens is you are giving maximum impact and maximum access to you, and you find yourself charging not as much as you probably will in a year or 5 years from now or 10 years from now. What happens is, and we're going to go ahead and put up a chart that I actually show to all my clients. So if we have the investment over here on the left, and then along the bottom, we have the impact and the access to you. Okay, so it looks like this. As the level of investment increases, right, so should the impact and the access. But what happens is a lot of women have their impact and their access at the extreme, like over on the right side, where is the max, okay? And then they're like, oh, so every time my price increases, well, then I got to keep giving more access and more impact to me. And then, okay, I'm ready to increase my price again, and now I'm giving more access and more impact. And so you are in this hamster wheel where you literally are just adding more access to you, more impact to you, because you started out with it at its highest point, right? Super high. And now you're trying to increase your prices as you go along, because your business expenses are going to increase as you continue to make investments into coaching and mentorship and different events and different materials that you need, certifications or education or in-person experiences that you're going to go to, but also your team. If you're doing any paid advertising, you want to increase your salaries, your expenses are going to increase. Okay. You got taxes, right? All the things. As you grow and you expand, you also want to expand areas of your life too. And so being in a space where, you understand that, listen, at some point I'm going to be increasing my prices. But if you're giving so much up front, everything but the kitchen sink, when you go to increase your price, what else is there left to give? So I see so many women who burn themselves out because they start out with all of this impact, all of this access to them, and they do not allow themselves to allow those things to grow. So let your price grow as your impact and your access grows. So it is one of the number one ways that I see women who are burning themselves out, and they create these unsustainable business models, these misaligned business models. And so I don't want that mistake to cost you, sis. So I want you to keep that in mind. As my impact and access grows, so does the investment. But I want you to know that there's also levels to impact and levels to access. So that's going to be the second point I want to share with you today. Impact versus access. Hear me out here. I am a woman who is deeply driven by impact. I love serving my clients. I love watching my women transform in their messaging. I love watching women's mindsets expand around being visible and selling and allowing themselves to own their voice, to show up bolder, to show up bigger, to believe bigger, right? I love watching women come and celebrate making 2, 4 times, 10 times the amount of money they did the year before once they're mastering and marketing and monetizing their message more. I love watching this transformation. I love it. Here is what I want to be clear. Kiara is not saying that you need to give a low impact. Nope. So let me explain this to you. Impact versus access and the way that I teach it and talk about it and live by it, believe in it. So this is a disclaimer. Impact should be present at every level of your business model. I don't care what you are offering, impact, value, serving, it should be present at every level. I don't care how many zeros and how many commas there are there, okay? It has to be present. However, the level of access may shift at every level, and that is okay. All right. And here's what I mean. Some of your offerings are going to include access to you, direct access, live access, real-time access. Some of those levels of offers that you present to your clients and to your community members that are included in your business model, they may not necessarily include access to you, but they will include some level of access because technically they will have some level of access to your genius, to your expertise. So here's what I mean by that. If you sit and think about this video right here, this is a free video that I am sharing with you, okay? There is some level of impact happening here, and I am very proud of that, okay? But here's what I know. For a woman who goes and takes the next step and maybe purchases one of my digital products, right? Let's say you go get my content that converts and connects content prompter, where I have literally made, hundreds of thousands of dollars from using those content prompts in my business. So if you go grab that, right? Or let's say you go grab maybe like high ticket starter kit, something like that. If you go purchase one of those things, guess what? It's going to give you a little bit more access to my knowledge than what this free video is going to do, right? Because now I have the space to actually teach you, to share things with you. It may have workbooks and worksheets. I'm giving you more exercises. I'm going in depth and being more specific on things, right? So we have this free video right here, right? Where you are getting some level of, access to my thought leadership, okay, in this free video. There's some impact happening. Then you have a digital product that you may purchase from me, where now I get to go deeper into this specific topic and, teach you things and show you some behind the scene things. So you're getting some more access to my knowledge, and my expertise is going to have a greater impact on you. Then if you go into my inner circle, for example, where women are having access to me every single week throughout the month, right? And so now instead of having a digital product where I recorded it, it's, information that is massively going to help you, right? But I'm not by your side to help you really specifically tailor it to you. Let's say if you get, one of my content prompters, right? If you get that, there's going to be some ideas, because I've watched women go make their whole like 10x, 100x their investment from buying that prompter, okay? So let's say you go use that and you're going to read through it, you're going to listen to what I'm saying in there, and then you're going to get ideas, you're going to go press play. That's going to be different from a member of my inner circle who they can get the same prompter, they can come up with ideas like it's going to help them do. Great. But guess what? In my inner circle, they have direct access to me. So now they get to say, hey, Kiara, here are 3 content topics that I have for next week. Here are 3 things that I want to go talk about in my next video. Here's an outline of YouTube episode that I'm creating, a podcast episode. Here is my offer, right, that I would love to present to you. I'd love for you to give me feedback on, so they can come to our calls each week and get specific hands-on coaching from me. They can come to our clinics and submit, hey, Kiara, can you take a look at my offer? I retweak this or I tweak that. So they are going to get hands-on, specific, individualized support. That's an example for you. In this free video, I'm just going to give you general information, right? Because I don't necessarily know who's on the other end of this screen. Hey, girl, hey, I want to support you deeper, so make sure you come into Money in the Message. But theoretically, I don't really know the specifics about you, your business, your framework, your ideal client, what we should be talking about inside of your content that's going to be the most powerful to lead people back to your offers. I don't know that yet. Then when you purchase my course, I still don't necessarily know that, but I'm going to show you things based off of my experience and thousands of women that I work with. Here are specifics, right? More specific things than what I'm giving you in this free video. But then if you come into my inner circle, oh my goodness, I can speak directly to you. I can call your name out. I can know, okay, this is your client. Okay, this is your framework. Okay, this is your offer. I would tweak this. I would move this. I would add this. And I get to know you. So I'm like, ooh, okay, such and such. You really love group programs. So I would advise us to do this in your business model versus you, a different person. You don't really love, one-on-one. So I would advise this. Or, hey, you really want to build a business model, that has more digital products in it. So I can get to know you. Hey, you do video really, really well. But you know what? You like audio. So let's focus on your podcast. Let's focus on your YouTube. Or some of my clients who are more written, let's focus on your emails, your blogs. So I can customize things and tailor things that I'm sharing with the individual members of my inner circle. And so therefore, the access to me has increased, and so has the impact, right? Because it's more tailored, personalized, support. So I want you to think about that within your business model. And I hope that that's an aha for you. Let me know if you've ever seen it broken down in that way for you, because I feel like so many women overcomplicate their business model. Again, that mistake that I talked about that really costs you. You're including so much access to you and so much impact all at once that when you are looking at your business 5 years from now, where do we grow? Or not even 5 years, let's just say in 5 months, where do we grow from there? So I hope that that supports you in knowing Kiara never, never, ever, ever wants you to sacrifice the impact. We don't do that over here in the Shine space. I only work with impact-driven women. That's who I serve. That's how I serve you, okay? Now, with that being said, we do get to adjust the level of access that your clients and your customers and your community members are going to get. So in a low ticket offer, let's say, maybe they don't have as high as access to you the way that maybe your higher ticket clients would have. That is okay. Now, one thing that I really want to say is that I really actually struggle because when I started in my business, I actually focused only on high ticket. So it was actually a struggle for me personally, okay, just being real, y'all, to think about not giving my clients access to me, like full access to me. Like that was a struggle for me. Now, I had to do some work. This was like 2018, 2019. I had to do a lot of work on this to realize that group programs and that digital products, and even if you have something coming up around passive income, those things are of value to your clients, right? There can be different levels, which we'll talk about. But in essence, right, there are different levels of support that are happening. There's different level of impact that's happening. There's different level of access that's being given. And so everything has its own level, right? And as long as you're clear on what, that particular container includes and comes with and all that, then you're good, right? But I want you to know from a mindset standpoint, I see so many of my impact-driven, heart-centered women just like me who actually struggle as they built out their business model because they're so used to like hands-on, extensive, one-on-one, high levels of support. And they're like, Kiera, I feel like this is not as sustainable for me. And so how am I going to alter my business model to make sure as I like expand in my personal life, maybe I'm transitioning into motherhood, maybe I'm transitioning into space where I just want to take more time off, right? Work a little less. Maybe I'm focusing, I have some clients who get closer to retirement, women who are at different levels and stages of their personal life. And you want a business model that mirrors that, allows you to show up and, in the areas that you need to show up in. So making sure that you do think about, I don't have to sacrifice the impact ever, but I can adjust the level of access based off the level of investment is literally a game changer. So let me know if that is of support to you.
I want to share with you an amazing resource that will help you step into your next level of your own business model. It's my 100K Your Way workshop. It's about you creating your next 100K on your terms. So I know you're an ambitious, heart-centered visionary of impact, and I want to congratulate you, girl, on everything that you have been able to create in your business. I am cheering you on, but I also know that you're ready for more. So whether this is your first 100K that you're aiming for or your next 100K, this workshop is going to help you do it on your terms. I've heard from countless women the fear that they have around feeling like they need to sacrifice or give things up for their success. And the truth is, when I think about when I made my first 100K, it was literally about me just doing certain things over and over again. And then I made my second one, and then I made my third one, and then I made my fifth one, and then I made my sixth one. I think you get the picture. So I am hoping for you that, first of all, you give yourself this permission, because you can sit and work really hard and do this really overcomplicated way of getting to your next 100K, or you can give yourself permission to actually simplify it. Now, yes, there is work involved, but here is what I found. When it came time to me making my next 100K every time over, it was literally me going through this process to be able to gain clarity on what was really working and be able to truly amplify that. And that is the process I break down with you inside of the 100K Your Way workshop. It's about you being able to sustain this, right? You cannot sustain what's not aligned. The world wants you to think that you are not enough, right? That you need to be in this constant comparison of how everyone else is doing things, and you have to do it that way, even if it comes at a cost of you forcing yourself to do it in a way that doesn't feel natural for you. And let me tell you, girl, if it doesn't feel natural, you are not going to sustain it. So what we do inside of 100K workshop is, first of all, I break down with you some of the mindset components, right, that you need to tap into. Now, this is actually a bonus. I have a full Realign to Shine course, but I'm only giving you access to the first couple minutes of that course, where I kind of go into like the mindset to help reground you, to give yourself permission for this next 100K, all right, to step into alignment, to understand and own who this business is for, to understand that you get to serve yourself, that you get to take care of yourself, that you can let go of the rules and the shoulds and, all of the things that you have attached to this next level that might be holding you back. Then after you go into that bonus mindset module, we go deeper into the mindset that you need for high ticket. So I break down with you, actually, it's another bonus from another course that I have where I break down high ticket mindset and doing it in alignment. This right there, that 14-minute right there is, to me, worth this entire investment, okay? So first of all, we're getting you into alignment and we're getting you into mindset, the mindset that you need, right, for that next 100K, right? And then, my love, now we set the vision. But here's the mistake people make. They go and set a vision for what it is that they want, but they never gave themselves permission. So we can sit on paper and have fun doodling all the things that we want and why we want it and all the things, right? But if you don't have the mindset and haven't given yourself permission, don't have the belief and the confidence, it means nothing. You're just going to have a sticky note that says, I want to make 100K, and then, just wait for it to happen. And speaking of that, once we step into the vision, right, the vision is all about you being able to tap into how you want this to look and to feel for you. I also share my own personal story of a term that I call simplified scaling. It's literally what has allowed me to have my first 20K day in my business. And then I went from there and created $107,000 in my business. And these same exact principles I've used to, not only make 6 figures in a year, because I know that's the infamous place that a lot of entrepreneurs are trying to get to, but actually 6 figures in 6 months. And then you keep condensing that, 6 figures in a quarter, so on and so forth. Okay. So after all that, we need the plan to make it happen. So we're going to then tap into your your 100K plan. The 100K plan is where we're going to go through your actual offer. What are you actually selling? Let's look at the numbers. I actually am going to introduce you to something I call the MVP. That's your most valuable program, and break down a couple things with you in that to help you amplify a current offer that you have, or maybe you're recreating or creating a new offer, I should say. But I'm going to show you how I help my clients assess their current business models, so that you can see where you're actually focused on selling, what you're focused on promoting inside your content, inside your message, all the things. Okay. So go ahead and grab access to the 100K Your Way workshop, because it's time for you to give yourself permission to let go of all the rules and let yourself hit this goal on your terms, so that it's more sustainable, more aligned, and more impactful. That's how you're going to be able to truly show up and shine. All right, let's get back to the video.
Now, I want you to let me know in the comments, what do you think about the level of access that you offer to your clients, your community members within your business model? Does it feel sustainable? Does it feel in alignment? Or do you feel overextended or overworked or maybe even underpaid? Like, do you feel like it balances out? I'm getting paid at a level and I'm showing up at a level that both feel good? Or do you feel like one is higher than the other? I would really love to know. So let me know inside the comments.